Hi guys, welcome back for one more episode. I hope you guys are doing well, and if you're new here, welcome. So, Careless Podcast is a podcast which involves self-improvement, growth, physical and mental health, and will help you reach your full potential. Today, we're gonna be talking about check your friends. Not that way, like it is very weird to say it that way, but I just feel like it. It just, I just feel like I needed to tell somebody this, and they really needed to hear this. So, you guys, I've been not struggling with this problem at all. Like, I love my friends, I love everything they do to me and how they make me really happy. But it is sometimes that, sometimes you can like feel, you're just not like, I just don't feel. Like I just don't like I can't get it sometimes I just feel like is is I've been just thinking and overthinking, like, are they just my friends? Or like, are they just people in my life, or are they just my friends? Because sometimes I overthink this because the things they do to me sometimes can not be hurtful, but like can be like, I don't know, I just don't like it. And I just sometimes I just be quiet and don't say anything because I just feel that I don't need to say something. But if it is something that really hurt me, I always try to talk to them, even if they will not understand me. I just feel like sometimes we need. And the thing I'm saying, you guys, is that you need to know if you are surrounded by people or if you are surrounded by friends, because it has a difference between friends, be surrounded by friends, and be surrounded by people. You guys, I have a quote which is like, you know fake friendship like the keys, and ruinous the wall it embraces, but true friendship gives new life and animation to the object it supports, by Richard Burton. I don't know if I wrote it right, but whoever, you guys, that it is literally saying everything. Like, what? Like, friends, they usually make others happy, and they don't blame others for their own actions, and they don't, like, they don't make someone feel less powerful, like someone feel less important. Because if someone makes you feel that way, and especially if someone make you feel insecure, and you call them friends, they're just not your friends, and they just fake people. She is just a fake friend. She's just not your friend. She's a people in your life that you call her friend. Because you need to know, nobody will be your friend forever, and nobody, you can't call everybody friend. Even if you talk to them like just 2 hours, like one, if you just talk to them at school, or like, I don't know, university, and then when you are out of this environment that you guys usually talk, and then they ignore you, then they're not your friend. They're just people that you know, and you think, oh, they're very, like, sympathetic, and I really like her. But you see, when people, they usually have this tendency to say hi to you, then you can call them friends. But like, I feel people, they, oh, I've talked to her, like she's so nice, I've been friends, I've talked to her like 1 week, and we just so nice, she's so nice, and all that. 1 week is not enough to call someone friend. I usually call someone friend by after like 1 month. Why I just call like people friend after 1 month? I call them friends after 1 month because I know more about them. I know exactly when they're mad, when they're happy, when they see something that I did and they didn't like, but they just don't want to say it. 1 month in 1 week, in 7 days can happen too many things. But it's just people, they need to take more time to be friends. I remember when I was kid, a little child, I use it to like play in the like, you know, there kids usually. Oh, dumb question. No, dumb answer. Like what I'm talking about. But whoever you guys. And then every time I saw like a girl, and if she seems nice, I always was like, "Do you want to be my friend?" I always said like it. "Do you want to be my friend?" And then my mom was just sitting me, watching me like playing with other kids, and she goes like, "Oh, okay." And then my mom started to talk to her mom, but I remember that I usually had this tendency of like calling someone friend just because they seem nice, and they talk to me. But it's not the truth. And I always like, "Do you want to play with me? Do you want to do this?" And then we were just playing and, just having fun. But at the end of the day, when I go back home with my mom, after 2 days, I didn't even remember her. I didn't even remember them. They used to play as a child, because that is the thing I'm saying. Like, you can't, because you don't, in one day you can't know a person. You don't know what there is in their minds, so you can't just, after one day of talking to someone, call them friends. Like, it is just bullshit calling someone friend. Like, no, she's my friend, I've been talking to her like 1 week. Like, what? Like, I get it. It is some people, they are very nice and they seem very nice, but you never know what's in their mind. Like, if they have a plan with you, if they, you never know. So I just feel it is important to just, to make sure that they are very, like, they're good for you. In my old school, I had a friend, like, after, like, all the bullshit that, that happened to me. I just have two friends, and then one friend, she just, she just left me alone. I don't know why. She never talked to me, and then she was trying to be friend with me again, and I said no, no. Because she went away to be with the girls who didn't even believe my word, who did believe others. They didn't even know in 1 month, and they knew me like for 6 months or seven. They didn't even believe me. So, you know, and then this girl, everybody said like she's so fake. She's just using you. She had a bad reputation in school, like in my old school. And I said no, but she seems very nice and she's so nice to me. I always like. I laugh with her and all that. But with time, I realized that it was something about her. She was pick me, okay? She was pick me. I want to say her name so bad, but I will not, because I'm not mean. But she was pick me, and every time I was eating lunch with her, she always say, "Oh my gosh, can you like stop like eating so loud? Like, what are you doing?" I was like, "Girl, I'm not even like, what are you talking about?" And she goes like, "Why are you eating that way?" And I was like, can you please let me eat my food? Like, what are you talking?" And she was like, "Why are you drinking like that?" And I was like, "Girl, okay, it is enough. It is enough." It was the point that I decided it was better for me and for myself being alone than me with someone toxic. And the thing that I said is that she made me feel delusional, because she always said to me like, "You're my best friend. You're my best friend. I will never leave you. You're my best friend." I always thought that this was true. I didn't even realize that it wasn't. But at the time I was very naive and all that. And then I remember one time she said, "Oh, I will not come to school anymore because I've changed the school." And I was like, "Girl, what? You didn't tell me? Why did you do that?" And she was like, "Oh, but I needed to keep it a secret, and I said to my mom and all that." And I was like, "Okay, but you could tell me, because if you're really my best friend, you will trust me enough to tell me your things." And she goes like, "Oh, but like, I didn't." And I was like, "Okay." After 1 month, she blocked me. I don't know why. The only reason that she texted me is to know what drama was in our school. But I was like, just, it is no drama. I've never told her, by the way. But whoever, she blocked me. And then I changed the school and all that and all that. Guess what? After, like, it was 2 months ago, she texted me like, girl, I'm changing school. I'm coming back to our school, and how are you? And I said, I'm okay. And she goes like, how's the things going this school and all that? And I said, I've changed the school and I'm not there anymore. And she was like, what? What did you tell me? I said, I didn't respond to this message because it was a very stupid question. It was a stupid question. And she was like, oh, because, we were friends and all that. And I said, okay, but you're not my friend anymore. And then I blocked her. I blocked her, because I don't want to be with someone who's fake. And if you don't know the difference between the true friend and fake friend, then no. My best friend, she have seen me on my lowest moment in life. My lowest, when I was crying while I was talking to her. I was just feeling so deep down. I was feeling deep down, I was just so in my lowest moment. She was there for me. She was always supporting me. She was always like, no, you can do this, keep going, go ahead, you can do this, you will do this, you can do this, I'm here with you, I will never leave you. This is true friend. And I remember this friend, this friend that I blocked that I was telling you guys, when I was crying, she started to laugh, and I was like, "Why are you laughing?" She goes like, "No, because I can't like be serious when someone is laughing." Okay, I get it. I'm also like that way, because it is people who make like very funny face while they're crying, but I try my best not to laugh, and that is so like it was so hurtful to me to be around someone who I used to call best friend, and then she do those mean things to me. And I remember every time she was feeling deep down, I always comforted her. But she had like a confidence. I'm not gonna lie. Her confidence was radiating. She had a confidence. She didn't care what people think. She always said, oh, they're just jealous. They're just that, all that. And she was beautiful. But her, like, if you're ugly inside, then for me, you're ugly outside. If you're ugly within, you're ugly without. So just don't. And I have another quote, which is a real friend is one who walks in when the rest of world walks out. Okay, this is a very good by Walter Winchell. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But this is so true because I just feel friends they come and go. Friends they you can be friends with someone after 5 months they leave you, they walk out, they walk out. So that is why I just feel people they need to stop having a very very easily emotional attachment with someone that they've just met in like 2 months. Me to have a really emotional attachment is with someone that I know that could help me, and I know that it will last in my life forever. Just like I said, my best friend, I know she will last in my life forever, and she always said to me like, you're for life, you're for my future. In the future we're gonna do this and this and that. I know it will happen one day, I know. But when you have this easily, how can I say it, like when you're so easily like having emotional attachment with someone, it will be pretty hard to you to let someone go, because friends they walk out and in, as this quote said. And this is just, people need to learn this, that nobody will be in your life forever. It is some people who walk out, it is some people who will walk in. It is like, so be having a really attachment and heavy attachment with someone, emotional attachment, very easy. It will be so hurtful for you when they walk away because you have this attachment. That is why I did some episode talking about let it go. You can go and check it. It's just talking about me letting someone go and all that. And the second quote, no, the third quote, is true friend is not about being inseparable, but about being separate and nothing changes. This is a very good one. Because me and my best friend, we don't live in the same country. Like, she lives in another, you know, she lives in another country, like 7 hours from here, they all live. And I can see like here we don't use like I've the last time I've talked to her was today in the morning. It was she texted me 7 a.m. and I texted her back 8 a.m. because I was sleeping, and she didn't had her summer break yet, so it was just very difficult. And sometimes we don't talk enough. We just, okay, I'm so tired. Can we go sleep now? We don't like, but every time we can be like 2 months without talking to each other, without messaging to each other. But after that, everything will seem like nothing will change with us. We will always be the same. And that's the thing. That is why it is so important to make sure that your best friend is your best friend. I know it can be pretty hard, but I've made some, not test, but like something that could help him to see if she was really my true friend. And now I know she's my true friend, and I know that because we grew up together. I met she was now I was 3 years old and then she was 4. I don't know, maybe. Yes, she was 4. I was 3 year. No, wait. Okay, I asked my mom and she said that we met like when I was 4 and then she was 5 because she's 1 year old. She's one. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't focus and it is driving me crazy. But we met, I was 4 and she was 5. And our friendship now, it will be, I don't remember exactly, but it will be 10 years now that we had this strong friendship. We've gone through much things in our friendship, like fighting, arguing too much, saying hurtful things, and then become friends again. This is just true friends. True friends are mean sometimes. But you guys, the thing that I want to say, the conclusion of it, is that you need to check out your friends and don't call everybody your friends because sometimes you will be surrounded by people and not surrounded by friends. So make sure, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it is better to just have 1, 2 true friends than having 10 friends, which is they're all fake and talk shit about you. And be careful because it especially in school, university, like jobs, if you have a job, it is too much people who are fake and they will try to destroy you. They will say, "Oh no, she's my friend," and then they are just, jealous of what you have. So just be careful about people they put in your life and don't tell your life story, the things you've been through, your traumas to no one. I've told my best friend like most of my life story, but not everything because we never know. But just I trust her, and someday I will probably, tell her that. But it's just the thing that don't tell your life story, your traumas, what you've been going through, or what you are going through, in someone that you just know in 2 months, please. She can just take that and just start in making it like I'm gonna tell the story about her and just spreading humor, so that is not good for you. And take care of you. Thank you for listening, you guys. It was a very, very good episode. I feel like I feel like it is someone who will be hearing this and they will say, "Oh, I actually needed to hear this." I just feel like I needed to tell somebody this. That someone or some people need to hear this. So thank you for listening, you guys. See you back next episode.